What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Full Metal Plastic Airsofts, where we talk about gear, guns, and gameplay. Today I'm going to be showing you this gun. This is the Emg Warthog. It is one of EMG's custom M4s from their lineup. This one, of course, featuring the Warthog style receiver right here. Just a little history on this. This is licensed by Sharps Bros, which is an actual firearm company that makes these for real firearms. And makes these it's just a really cool, it stands out a bit. On top of that, Evike does sell these as its own standalone receiver to put on your normal M4. So if you didn't want to get this whole gun, that would be also an option. It's $85 comparatively to this, which this full-length model is going to be $325. Let's just go over some details of the gun before we get into the review. So, up here at the front, we have a very large amplifier. I've heard that this is removable. The only plastic parts on this gun, because full metal, are going to be the orange removable cap, the flip-up front and rear sights, the dust cover, as well as the stock and the grip. The stock and the grip have amoeba trademarks, and inside the gun, it does have a lot of Ares internals. So for example, it has the Ares electronic firing control system. That basically allows for a programmable trigger as well as it being a MOSFET. So if you want to add 3-round bursts to this, you would be able to. But out of the box, it'll come with your safe, semi, and full auto modes. You will have to pick up a separate accessory to program it. Up here on the handguard, we have an M-lock style handguard where you can attach different segments or accessories. And then on the top we have a full Picatinny rail with flip up front and rear sights, of course. The charging handle will reveal your rotary style hop up. It does have a bolt catch, which is kind of nice, and release. And then yeah, that's pretty much about it. It does come with a standard 300 round high capacity magazine. And let's just begin with kind of what I think about the gun. So I think there's a lot of things that weren't so great about the gun out of the box that are pretty easily fixable. And let's start with the magazine. So you may notice I've wrapped electrical tape around here. When I first got this magazine, it was extremely wobbly in the magazine well. This does help it to stay a little more sturdy in there. However, just going with that, I found that I am able to pull the magazine out without needing to press the magazine release, if you guys saw that. It's not going to fall out on the field, so, I mean, that's a good thing. It's not too big a video, it's just a minor gripe of mine. Let's talk about the stock. So, the stock is wired to the back with a small Tamiya kind connector, and I just found when I first got the stock that it was very stiff. So, now you can see I'm able to adjust it. It's a little bit stiff, but it's not too bad. When I first got the gun, it was pretty much stuck there. And you're going to need to force it a bit to be able to get out of that position where it was right here. In the back of the stock, it does have space for like a split style battery with those 2 cylinders. It also has space in the bottom here to put like a brick style battery. So that's kind of nice. Let's see. The only other thing I think really needs to be mentioned would be the bolt release. So that's obviously a very crucial feature unless you want to have your bolt unlocked the entire time. So I've had a couple times now where it's actually the pin holding it in has fallen out, and I think both times I had been going outside. I freaked out both times. Luckily, both times I found it. I was able to put it back in. It's just not a very fun thing to do, and gonna say you probably want to find some way to get the end there to stay there, like super glue. It's just not nice when you have pieces falling off your gun. Let's talk about this gun's firing. So I'm just gonna let you hear the clicking sound. This is a MOSFET, and it does have this flat trigger. You can get pretty good trigger response. I'm gonna just show you how it sounds with a 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery. I think a LiPo would make this a lot snappier than it is. It does have some issues with not firing all the shots you press your trigger on. A LiPo would probably help with that. So this is semi. Pretty good trigger response. Of course, there's a nice trigger reset because it's just a small little click, and this is full. So that's a pretty good rate of fire as well. This gun does come pretty good out of the box, actually. I have had this for since the summer. It's gotta have been at least 6 months, and so I do like this gun. I have not had the opportunity to play with it yet. And I think once I do game with that, I'll enjoy it very much more. Obviously, it's going to have a lot of space up here for accessories because it's got 7 different angles you can attach things onto. I think it's pretty customizable, and it's going to stand out a lot in the field. Now, this gun is pretty hefty. It is like aluminum, I believe, is the metal it's made out of. But it feels really good to shoulder. It's not too weighty, especially when the stock is fully in. This gun is very easy to shoulder. Lastly, I just want to talk about the amplifier at the end. You probably heard, actually you probably didn't hear, when I had that battery in there. This thing is insanely loud. That can be a good thing if you want to intimidate people, but you may have a little trouble on accuracy platform keeping yourself hidden. Overall, I really like this gun. I think EMG is doing a really great thing, putting out an AEG or an M4 that's not going to be the same as every other M4 you're gonna see. If you want to pick up this gun, I will leave a link in the description to Evike. You can pick this gun for $325 US, or if you want to, you can get in a 10-inch version, a 7-inch version, as well as in black. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.